Okay, welcome everyone to our daily Forex market analysis call, and this is in preparation for trading on December 8th, 2017. So just a quick disclaimer before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. All right, so as usual, we will take a look at our calendar coming up. Also tomorrow, big thing, non-farm payroll. Actually, before we head into that, so this is what I was talking about, Ireland, Britain. They said they are very close to the Brexit deal, and that's what made it so bullish. So these comments about moving quickly and it's a matter of hours before we sign a deal, that's what gave it so much momentum to the upside, and that's why I was kind of staying out of the pound positions this morning, because it is very volatile. So with all the Brexit drama going on, things can move very, very quickly. So if you're not there to monitor it, things can sort of change rapidly, like we saw today. So it looks like some of you guys caught the long moves. That's perfect. but my tendency generally is to just stay out of these things because they can be very unpredictable. All right, so that's going to continue tomorrow as well. Keep that in mind. So here we have UK PM May spokesman saying that reaching Brexit agreement, more work needs to be done, and that's what caused it to drop. And then we saw that Irish officials are saying that a deal is close. Okay, so coming up tomorrow, big day for the US dollar tomorrow. And that thing is our non-farm payrolls tomorrow. And non-farm payrolls are usually a market moving numbers, and a part of the reason there is because they play a big role in terms of how the central bank will approach things. Because if the non-farm payroll is good, if the employment numbers are good, then economy basically is looking good, and as a result of that, central bank the Fed is likely to raise rates. Whereas if that doesn't happen, if the non-farm payroll numbers come negative, then it's not a good thing, because now it will put a lot of uncertainty on the Fed decision, and Fed decision is in December as well. So it's going to create a lot of volatility in the market, and US dollar could really tumble if the numbers don't come out positive for the US. So the impact of negative numbers, in my opinion, will be greater than the impact of positive numbers. If the positive numbers come out, US dollar will get a boost. Everybody will expect Fed to raise rates. I think it's next week. And if their numbers are not positive, and then everybody will think, the market's going to think they are going to they're not going to raise rates, which will be negative for the US dollar. So the downside risk is higher than the upside risk. So that's the main one. We do have manufacturing production numbers for British pound. Again, the Brexit drama, in my opinion, will play a bigger role for the British pound move than anything else at this point. So that will be the key point. So let's take a look at our charts here. So with the euro here, we had, I was looking for price to drop, and it did drop, but this spike here was problematic. We had big pin bar here, and then the price dropped. So euro is still bearish. However, so British pound is sort of pushing it up, because they tend to be related, euro and the pound. So excuse me, overall, so what am I looking for? This is still bearish. I'm looking for price to move down lower into this 1.1720 level here. However, if British pound gets a boost, then I would be mindful of euro kind of getting dragged with the British pound, but the risk is more in the British pound than it is in the euro, because US dollar going into the non-farm payrolls is strong at this point. So bias here is to the downside, and looking at a 1 hour chart, we could see this. So right now price is broken below the low here and looks like it wants to continue lower, but it could pull back into the pivot point and then drop. So right now, my bias on this is bearish. This is our pound here. Big, huge move to the upside. So this is quite bullish, looking for price to move up into 135.50, or excuse me, it could go all the way up into 136.50 level, depending on how this whole Brexit scenario plays out. So if you're trading London tomorrow, this would be something to keep an eye out for, because we could see this play out in the London session, more so. Not tonight. Tonight everybody's sleeping, so London session is where we will likely get more comments, and that will likely trickle into the New York session as well. But in the New York session, our non-farm payroll will sort of come to the forefront there. So looking at our 1 hour, as we can see, price kind of pushed below the support here and then pushed back up, did a bit of a flag formation, and now it is back up into this previous support and resistance. Based on the daily candle close here, the bias is to the upside, but anything could happen based on whether they are able to reach a deal or not. A deal would be very, very bullish for this, and we could see a big move in pound dollar here. So keep that in mind, because it could be huge like this here. So we could see something huge like this. We are very, very bullish going into it, and we could see a huge move which would take us all the way to the very, very top here. So the risk there is, if there's no deal, then we're likely to see a drop, but bullishness. So right now it is bullish. Market is positive going into it because they're expecting a deal. So that's what I'm looking for here as well. If we do get a deal, looking for price to be bullish, but the daily close is very bullish here. Aussie here, a very bearish candle close here after yesterday. So we have moved lower, and the target here is, we could probably move lower here now. We're looking at 74.50 area for the next support and resistance here. So bearish bias for this one. As we can see, it's just been one-way street to the downside. The trend is very much to the downside, and I'm looking for price to drop further. So Aussie dollar is bearish. New Zealand dollar, we were looking at this pennant, and yesterday we had this pin bar, and we had talked about how price could drop and then go lower, and this is what we are seeing today. Price has dropped, so now we could see price kind of push up into this area and then drop further. So this is looking bearish right now. Daily candle close is quite bearish. Oops. So here we are. We have broken below this pennant thing, or pennant line, trend line here. And now I'm looking for price to go up higher, even into this pivot point area, and then do a drop. So the bias definitely is to the downside. However, just remember, with the non-farm payroll, this could change completely. Here, dollar CAD, we have seen this move up. We were bullish here, and we got the bullish candle close. So again, we are bullish, looking for price to move up into this 129.20 area. That will be the target to the upside here. Now, again, non-farm payroll will change things, or can change things. If non-farm payroll is bullish, we get, let's say, so if it's in line with expectations, that's not going to do much for the US dollar. So it has to beat the expectations, and the more it beats expectation by higher margin, the more bullish it would be. But if it misses that, and then we are likely to see a drop. So in this case, I'm going to have sort of both the targets. So just keep that in mind for all US dollar crosses. If it doesn't beat expectations, then we are looking at a drop. Okay, so that will be the target to the upside, and if it's super bullish, then it can even go all the way up into potentially into this 1.30 level here to the upside. Okay, let's take a look at Euro Swiss here. This is pushing upwards and looking bullish here. We are now seeing this upward sloping line here, and so this one we're looking for a bullish move to the upside, and the target here would be 1.1800 level. So but we do need to see this break to the upside. So basically the move that I'm looking for, price blows through it, pulls back, and then goes up higher. So excuse me. So that's the move here. Overall, the bias is bullish and looking for price to move up higher. Pound Swiss franc, it has already broken out. We saw how it was making a pennant here as well, and then the pennants don't stay in place for a long time. They have to get broken because price can just coil, and the tighter the price coils, the bigger the move. So here we are seeing the price has moved to the upside here. So now the next level that we can look for, so bullish, looking quite bullish, but again, Brexit drama will play a role here. So do keep that in mind. And the next target is, oh, we're already there. So the next target is 135.20 level. So that's our target to the upside. So there we are. And now we're looking for a move back up. So it could pull back into this 133.20 level, but bias is certainly to the upside. So it could do one of these and then move up higher. So again, if a deal is reached, we are basically, this will turn very bullish. So bullish bias there. Dollar Swiss franc, this is bullish. We were looking for a bullish move here, and we did get that. And the next target is 99. So 1.00 essentially. So looking for a further move to the upside. Okay, pound CAD, very bullish. So we had our tweezer bottoms here and prices moved up. The next target, the first target would be 174.62, and then we're looking at 1.7540 level here. So those are actually 20 level. Yeah, 1.35. So let's say 20 level. So looking for price to move up higher. Pound CAD is bullish. Anything to do with pound is bullish at the moment. So here we were looking for a bearish move after our daily close here, but we got a very bullish move based on the rumors and stuff. And now I'm looking for price to basically move to the next level here. So we are right into the highs. We need to zoom out a bit to see what the next target will be. So 154.80 level, but that's a little, so 154.80 level, if the Brexit deal is reached, that is highly likely. But prior to that, we are looking at 155.60 level. Oh, no, that's even further, sorry. Let me see. Okay. You're quite zoomed out here. Okay, 153.80 level is the next move to the upside, but we do need to see a break of this high at 152.80 level. So if the price does not hold above the high, then we may not see it. So this could happen. If there's no deal, that's very likely. However, the bias right now is to the upside. So with the pound, I would be careful because it is very volatile at the moment, and we could see some craziness in the market tomorrow. So that's the move I'm expecting, looking for price to break through the high, pull back, and then move on to the next target. So this close is very bullish for now. Euro yen. So Euro yen, we had a reversal here. So we have railroad tracks now. And as a result of that, now we are looking for price to move up higher now. So it's still sort of in that range. It hasn't broken out of the range. I was looking for it to go into the bottom of the range, but yen has not been very bullish today. So it started off being okay, but it has been bearish. So yen has been bearish, which means all the yen crosses have been bullish as a result of that. So right now we have railroad tracks, which means I'm looking for price to move up higher. 134.50 will be the target to the upside. So euro yen is looking bullish. Aussie yen here. Aussie yen has had a neutral candle close. So with everything else going up, this could go up as well because yen overall is not very strong. So everything against the yen has pushed up regardless of what currency it is, and that shows the weakness in yen itself. So if this is neutral, we could get a bullish candle close here. So I'm looking for price to move up higher in this as well. And the target here would be 85.50. So looking for price to move up higher here. Dollar yen, very, very bullish. As we can see, price has closed higher. So looking for price to go further up. And the target here will be 113.50. That will be the target to the upside. So dollar yen is bullish as well. CAD yen, bullish candle close. So looking for price to move up further. And the target here is 88.50. All right, so that's all I have. Any questions or anything to add? Okay, if not, we'll call it a wrap, and tomorrow we'll have our webinar. So please do log in tomorrow morning. It will be at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. We'll take a look at what happens in the non-farm payroll, and also we will talk about drawing support and resistance levels, as well as doing our installing the indicators in MT4. So that's it for now. So I will see you guys tomorrow then. Good night.